Perfect. So today's all about, we're going to cover smart campaigns, behavior automation, because that's been a hot topic this last week. And then we're going to go over, you guys are beta for a design center, a listing automation, or a listing machine, and core social. I have set up an agent on that, so that way we can kind of go over a little bit about that. Just know you guys are one of the very few that actually have access to this, and they are looking for feedback. So anybody that's on here, anybody that's watching this, I do want you to go in there and play, because they are asking me, since I put you on there, you know, feedback, questions, anything that you're finding out, or if something's hard, because they will be doing training on this starting next month. But you guys are beta, so I want you guys to go in there and play with these new tools that not many people have access to. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to open up my little chat widget here. Where's my chat? So if you have questions, put them in the chat. And I lost all my faces here. Oh, there we are. Okay, move over the faces. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into marketing, because I want you guys to look and know how to turn on or off a ton of different smart campaigns that they have. So I just clicked on marketing. I'm going to come right over here to smart campaigns. And you'll see under my campaigns, you have a ton of different campaigns. If you do not have anything there and you want some stuff, you'll need to go into kvCORE library. For some reason, I've noticed at first they were all there, all pre-done and set up. And now I feel the newer onboarding, like they all disappeared and we have to go in there and re-add them. I have already done that for the office, but you may want to turn on or off some of the campaigns. I'll show you how to look at them. So if you don't have anything under my campaigns, you're going to go over the kvCORE library and you just click the buttons, add to library, go all the way down, and that's going to add them into your library. The templates are definitely more of advanced, but this is how I added all of the holiday emails that you guys have. So if you guys want to, and we're going to go over that too, but that's how I can add a template, email, text, whatever. If there's something that's not on there that you would like to be on there, or if you're looking to create your own, you can start from scratch by going over to templates and creating it all together, or you can come over to your campaigns and then clone them, or go to the kvCORE library. And where's my clone button? So, oh, I think I have to open it up. So you see this one, there is a ton of campaigns on. I know she's not really in here. She's just kind of doing her own business. So for those that are not active and want the system to do its thing, to try to weed out the looky-loos from serious people, I would suggest turning them on. If you're somebody who's, you know, very active, I have agents that are on it. They have assistants that are on it. They work these online leads like nobody's business. If that's something you like to do, then you may want to turn them all off. I do love even the open house one. It is nice that, you know, a text goes out 4 hours after, an email 24 hours. It is nice, and you can edit any of these. So if I come over, the one that I like the most is the new, let me look for a default new buyer. So what this one's pretty aggressive. This is a new lead comes into the system. It is going to immediately send you a text. It's immediately going to tell you to call and leave a message. 7 minutes out after the lead is created, it's going to send them a text. I can view anything that's on here. If I don't like something, I'm going to come over here and clone it. Then I can completely edit any aspect. I can delete different aspects. I can add in my lender. I can add in, you know, all sorts of different things. On the smart campaigns, unlike the mass emails, we cannot add videos unless you have the that integration with the BombBomb for the core video. I personally, if I'm going to clone my own smart campaign, I would definitely want to do video. For me, it just allows me to kind of do an introduction and stuff like that, worth the $27 a month to do the video. But You can clone it, and then it'll show exactly everything that's going to be happening, and you'll have that edit button to clone anything that's going on. So going back to all campaigns, again, you just toggle, turn them on and off. And again, you can view any of them by just going over there, and you'll see this when this is the active buyer. So that's different. The new one is the aggressive texting, probing, asking questions, constantly trying to ask questions and probe this new lead to engage with you. Once they've engaged with you, they go from new lead to active lead. And this campaign is not necessarily about the lead itself. It's telling you basically to do a weekly check-in. And that's when you're going to get all these tasks, like you were supposed to do all this stuff, and you can see nobody does anything. So that's where the campaigns, they're not necessarily everything about the lead that comes in. It's also going to kind of give you homework and ways that you can be cultivating any of the leads that come in. So definitely look at anything. And of course, when you're on a particular lead, you can see what campaign they are on. If they're on one, you don't want one, you can easily just go in there and change that. And eventually on Zoom, it always feels like it takes forever.
There was a question that came in on the chat, if you want to hit that up while you're waiting for it to load.
Yes, we're going to get to that. I just wanted, since the biggest topic this week was on the smart campaigns and those behavioral alerts, I wanted to cover that first. And then we're going to go over how you guys can start sending the mass emails and the holiday newsletters that we're going to have for you. So hold tight, hold that thought. We're coming. When you're on, let me just look up my name. Hurricane as a guinea pig. There we go. So this is when you click on anybody. This is where you can see if they're on any active campaign. You can remove it, add something. Maybe you do create your own, and it's just more of like a couple emails for an introduction or a text. Add them, change them, whatever you want right here. Because you can also filter out your entire database, like anybody who's on this one, because you want to go through and edit and make it your own personal one. So there's a lot of different things that we can do within the smart campaign. But if you have it all turned off, this has been the big question. If you have all these smart campaigns turned off and you're like, why are these people still getting texts or emails from me? I don't have anything turned on. We're going to come over to lead engine. I think maybe, no, take that back. We're still under marketing. Behavioral automation. This is basically triggers that prompt something to happen. It's different than a smart campaign, which is like that ongoing day 7, day 14, day 28. This is something that happens because somebody does something on your website. So I personally would not want it under closed, sphere, archive, client. I don't want that stuff going to people that I've actively been working on closed or my sphere. I really only want it biggest for new leads. And here are the different, and I don't want it for favorites of property. So I'm going to turn that off. So this is the trigger and the behavior that happens. So say a lead hasn't been on your website in a couple weeks, they were generated, they're gone, they went somewhere else, blah, blah, blah. Now all of a sudden, maybe you had those property alerts set up, or maybe they set those up. They come back to your site after being gone for 14 days. They're going to get a text like, restart your home search. I'm glad you're able to find my site again, blah, 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 blah. So that is, it's like a trigger that something is going to happen. And I guess you can edit. There's an email and a text. So typically on everything that's on here, like those birthdays, anniversaries, if there's a valid phone number, a text is what will get sent out. If the phone number is no good, the email is what will get sent out. So texts always trump emails. And by far, you'll get a much better response rate on a text than an email anyway. But text always trump emails.
So they're not going to get both.
No, they won't get both. Just like the birthdays, home anniversaries, you'll see that you have a text and an email version. Text always trump. But if the number is not a cell phone number, or it did, it bounced back, it didn't go through, the email is the secondary. But text always trump. So here's a lead visits my website 5 times in 1 week. That may mean that they're kind of serious. So this is the preview of the text. Like, are you finding the right homes? You know, I just wanted to drop an email, and well, it says and text to let you know it's a great, you know, I'm glad you're using the site. Hopefully you're getting good value. And it just kind of asks, you know, can I send you something, you know, value? Or are you looking for a specific price range? So that's interesting. This is saying that they're getting both. So I'm going to write that down to see, because everything else, text always trumps email. So hold on. To write that note, I'll get some clarification on that. And this is viewed 5 properties in 1 day. So again, an email, like that's, I don't know, this one's a little creepy. I don't think I like that. I may have to turn this one off. You're actively looking for a home, and then it's, I see you've been viewing a number of listings online today. I'll take some time to research each of those to give you details on a, you know, which is a better value. Is this the best email to send those sort of things to? So it's probing, it's asking a question, but to me, that's kind of big brother-ish. I don't know. I'm turning that off for this agent. Let's see, viewed 10 properties in the last week. Glad you're finding I just, okay, so that's 2 emails now that basically implied they're sending a text too. I just fired you to text as well, but I'm research some primary locations for you to find the best properties that may match your criteria. What specific features or price range should we target? I do like that because it is prompting that question to kind of narrow down what they're looking for, so that I can actually help them and maybe find some information about those properties. And like the agent notes, we'll be able to know more stuff than they would just by what they see online. So these emails are basically telling me it is doing both text and email. Is there anything you'd like to know more about? Feel free to text me. Let me know, share criteria, I'll do the same, blah, 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 blah. So, and a lead viewed the same property 3 times, it gives you this. So all of these are saying they're sending a text as well. So I think that pretty much clarifies, because it is implying I'm shooting you a text and an email. And it, not sure, like we can edit, but it's not saying like we can remove that.
It says it right there at the top. Wait, go
Did I
back
miss
to that.
No, but that would turn off.
Go back, yeah.
Just the email, will it?
Email will only be sent, nope, go back up.
Oh,
Email will only be sent if text is unavailable.
all right. So let's go to these other ones that said it sent a text.
No, you gotta go to edit.
I know. Gosh.
Ah,
So that's weird. So email will only be sent if text is unavailable, which is what I thought was the prompt, but it just said, I fired you a text as well.
it doesn't know what it's saying.
So again, gonna need some
So
clarification.
maybe edit that a little bit.
Yeah, I am. Let me do a screenshot so I can get some clarification. So I'll just screenshot this while I'm right here. Boom, save, done. Okay. Interesting. Good catch. I didn't see that little teeny thing.
I
All
like
right.
just that fine writing at the top.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But so you can turn these completely off, or you can pick and choose. Maybe for the new leads, those are the looky-loos. Maybe you're okay with that. Maybe you only want, you know, one in this one, to a couple of them. You can toggle on and off. And as you can see, you can edit what gets sent out. So that's the behavioral automation, which is completely separate from those smart campaigns. These are just items that are triggered based on activity that a lead is doing. All right, so now let's go to marketing again. So I'll still in marketing. We are going to send out, we've got holidays as well as newsletters. So once we get your like the latest market snapshot report, And usually it's towards the end of the month. We will be editing these every single month so that you have newish content that's localized for the monthly newsletter. For you just mass send out, edit as you want. I'm going to show you both. We have 12 holidays as well as the monthly email that we've got set up for you. So to send either of these, we're going to go ahead and send a mass email. And I am just going to go to schedule an email. And of course, you get to decide who you're sending these to. I personally, for me, it's just easy. You know, I want it to go to everybody, obviously. So I'm going to go to status. To me, that's just the easiest to just go in here and just click everybody versus all the hashtags or sources and stuff like that. So here I have this, got that all done. I'm going to go to template. I tried to make this super easy for you. So you start typing in holiday, and then you can go to whatever holiday, what is, like, here's Veterans Day. I think Labor Day. Labor Day is September, right? No, let's see. Do I have like, okay, there we go. So Labor Day is September. Other than starting school, I'm not 100% sure what I would do for August. So I think there's a couple, like June or May has Mother's Day, Memorial Day. November has Veterans Day and Thanksgiving. So there's 12, but there's 2 months that have 2 in them. So here's Labor Day. So this is going to pull up what we've already got created. I'm in another account because we have all the design center and social stuff set up. These are branded for your office. So if I come down here, you're going to see we have a graphic that is targeted, you know, it has the office logo on it. If you have your own branding, you can completely edit all of this using these blocks, and it's super easy. You just drag and drop, add your own, just go there. I personally, when I click browse, it's like a pain in the butt, I feel, to add logos in there. For me, it's like I always click the wrong thing. See, it's like all these different things. I find it a lot easier to just find it on my file and drag and drop, and boom, it's like right there. So that's my personal tip. I found it easier, but especially on the newsletter, if you want to add anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that, but you can completely, using the content blocks, add whatever you want to add in there. And always, because the holiday emails, there's not like a ton of different things, but maybe you want to add in local events for specific holidays. Like July 4th, I was trying to get this done so I could have where July 4th activities were going to be for your specific location. Just time was not on my side. But here, definitely include your agent signature at the bottom of any of these emails, because that's going to pull in whatever you have in your settings. And then all you have to do, so you can see everything's already done, who you're going to send it to, find the template that you want, what's the holiday, include your signature, and then you can come up here and edit it. I have no idea when that is. I just know it's coming up, but you just click on the calendar and then it'll ask you for a time and day. So you can go through and edit those. I did not want to pre-schedule those out for everybody. Well, I think I'd have to be in your account anyway. So I want, you know, whether you want to send the day before, the day of, completely up to you, but just know they are in here, and we'll kind of refresh them every year as they go through the years. But that, I just found that easier than recreating, like making it 2023, and then you're going to have all this garbage in there. So to me, it's just easier. These come once a year. So all I have to do is do that and then schedule, and you're done. If you're looking, and I'm just going to go ahead and right here, maybe this is going to be the monthly newsletter. And this is the office, and I actually have one for her too, but I'm going to use the office one. So this one, and I think I have it. I think I can. I have, you guys. Hold on. I'm going to bring this over so you guys can see what you guys have going on. Oh, I guess I'm no. Mass email. Get started. I want you guys to see what you guys have. And I went to ChatGPT trying to find some clever titles or whatever. I don't know. I tried. So we already have a header, so it's just kind of generic, but definitely if you want your own header, just like I had in the video that went out, if you want me to help you create your own, that's super easy. You just go in there and then you'll have your own template, and then we can add in your own header there. I just tried to make this as generic as possible for you guys to be able to at least have content to start with, whether you want to send it as is, or if you want to edit it, 100% up to you. But we'll have a blog that we have for the office. We'll add in these. So as soon as we get June's, which is usually towards the end of the month, I'm hoping, I want to say it's around like the 25th. So by the time you guys get that social content calendar, I am crossing my fingers that we'll have the updated content. If not, definitely by the first of each month, these should be updated, and you know, they get put into the newsletters and stuff, so you'll know. So we'll update this for the latest information. We're going to add in like a real estate tip. Obviously this is July events, but we want to try to find some events, things going on, add links, whatnot. So it's just kind of a little basic, but this is where it's awesome. So you can have this real estate information above, below, wherever you want. Use this dynamic content because you can add in like a view listing, and it'll have you like, what is the address? And I have no idea addresses, MLS IDs, but add in, play with these, because you can always preview and see what's going to happen. You know, you can add in all sorts of, you know, triple listing images, all of this fun stuff that you can play with on that dynamic content. It's pretty cool. And then if you don't like it, you can always delete it, come back over to content, but you can add a video. And this is where you don't need the core video. All you need is Vimeo or YouTube link. So if you have a new listing and you know, you have the virtual tour or video done and you have it on YouTube or Vimeo, you can add it right here to showcase your new listing. Or if you do a graphic for a new listing, add the graphic, add the image, and then here you have this really cool thing, add a button. So maybe you want that button. I can change what it says, view full details here. I'm going to actually probably take it to the squeeze page that's in my listing playbook. This is the URL where that button is going to go. I can change the colors of the button if I want it, you know, to be black, or if I have, you know, I use my Canva to get the REMAX colors or whatnot, but you can completely change the look and feel of everything that you have going on here. And then it's like, oh, I need a divider. So let me, you know, put a divider under there. I've added stuff. Or you can send these as is. So we wanted to add some information in there so you have something that's more localized. We're going to be adding in a full blog so that it doesn't go back to like the office website, because we want all roads for your newsletter to lead back to you. So if you have a blog, definitely add your own, change it up. So I will be changing this once we add in the latest information for August. But I have this on my checklist, so we'll be doing that. I may be adding in a few more buttons. Again, I don't want anything going back to the office because we want these to be more for you to be able to send out to your entire database. And again, you'll send it to all contacts and you can schedule those out. But we'll just be changing these every month. So you just look up monthly newsletter and that'll be there. And I will show if agents are wanting to do anything yourself. Just get with me and we can do that. Oh no, let me go back over to this one. I'm toggling between accounts right now. So this is basically what we have for like an agent, where we have the custom header information. She does blogs on her website, so of course we want to add those in there. Latest listing, we just use that dynamic content, copy paste, view details. They are going to a squeeze page that we've created. Again, like the market snapshot, adding that data in. Any articles that we can find, we're adding those. And of course, just like we had, real estate, do it yourself, just something, which is pretty much what Boosh had. But for me, this local content that we can find and the local actual real estate market is huge value for your database. And maybe you don't want to add your agent signature. Maybe you want to add in all of your own stuff with your social links. And here we have buttons that all go back to different pages on her website. So if you're looking to do your own, or if you're looking to be able to easily add these elements to your newsletter every month, just schedule that Zoom with me and we'll be able to get that done. All right, still in marketing, your beta, all this fun stuff. So all this fun stuff that you have under marketing, whereas not a lot of offices have. So of course, Smart Campaigns and Core Present are the only two items that 95% of the offices have currently. But you guys have the Listing Machine, Design Center, and Core Social. So I want to kind of go over those three elements. The first thing we're going to do is go into Design Center. This is the new Design Center. There are a ton of different things. You have flyers, postcards, brochures, basically like for social, square, videos. We have print, social, which even includes stories and everything else. So this is basically, I believe at the end of next month or this month, no, next month, Megaphone, whatever they used, off the top of my head, I can't remember what the company was, but that'll no longer be there. Everything will be in here. But there are a ton of different flyers. You go through, see what you like. This is perfect if you just want to, okay, I like this one. Let me just throw in an address. It doesn't have to be your address. How many photos do I want? Maybe I want 4. And now I can say as an agent, is it a co-agent? Are you a team or on a brokerage level? So you can even pick your colors. Oh, I don't know that it lets you do the colors, but you can pick your fonts and everything else. So just go through and play with some of these. I believe when you log into here, it's actually, you're going to have your little blue bubbles again, and it will walk you through creating a design, like picking something and actually going through those motions. But you see they have flyers, postcards, brochures, all sorts of lots of fun stuff, social media. You've got regular, obviously you can see like seasonal versus, your flyers or kind of social posts for your listings, all sorts of fun stuff that you can play with. Video, there's only one element, and then website is one as well. So I'm sure they will be constantly adding more into here as you go through. But it'll walk you through once with their little blue bubbles is customizing images and more. So this, we were able to pick a primary color before they realized that was an option on our websites and it wasn't supposed to be. So it's probably just going to be blue, just like everything on your website is. The logos for the office, we've already added all of those. There's like a dark and for a light. So depending on which template you choose, we'll have a logo that will be able to be seen. So obviously if something's on that dark blue or black, if we used a color logo, it wouldn't see, but we have the white around the logo so you can see it. You can go through and edit. So it does let me change it here. Okay, I thought, well, maybe just because I had that. So you can change, if you have a different color, change your colors. So you can change that. You can come over here, change your fonts. You can upload fonts if you have them, or you can just go through their list of what you wanted. So I just wanted a little something different that kind of, I don't know, I'm just playing with it, having fun, or you can upload. And then once you get done, you can save that. The media library, that's just for me to upload photos and videos. I'm not sure what to do with them yet. It just has basically anything that I've uploaded for the website primarily. So go through social media settings. It's just going to have you connect all of your different accounts. It does not auto post to Instagram. It'll basically be like one that sends you that notification it's ready to be posted, and then you just have to click on it and it'll post over to you. So make sure to set that up. And that's when we come over to, go back over to marketing, your core listing machine. And once I wanted you to go into Design Center first to get a look and feel for the different flyers and the different media available, so that when you come over to your listing automation, we have created a kit for you already, but I want you to be able to edit the kit, the default kit that has been provided. This is going to allow you, okay, notify the agent when you get a new listing. I'm not sure if you guys have received any of these via email or anything. When I was in your dashboard, I did not see like a listing kit made. So I wasn't 100% sure. I know we set it up, but definitely go in there and change the settings or change the look and feel. I'm just not sure if you guys are getting the emails or not, but you should be. So this is a default kit. Which listings apply to this list? So I could have like rentals, vacant land, luxury listings on separate kits. So I could go through the luxury collection and make that for any listing over a price range. So that's pretty cool. Not everything has to look exactly the same. You can actually make different kits and different rules based on the listing, what listing type it is. So that's pretty cool. I have this for all listings. I want it for just listed, coming soon, price reduction, open house, and my sales. So what this is on it, I'm a single agent. If you're a co-agent, a team, or on a brokerage level, you can select which way it is. So I literally just go through, it's going to give you this little add an item, and you're going to add items, and you can see I have multiple flyers. I have multiple social media posts and stories, and I have multiple things that I want to be emailed, because I want, every listing is a little different, and I don't necessarily want the same look for everyone. Or if maybe one only has, like a vacant property or new construction, maybe a little different than a full-blown property. So you can choose as many items as you want. I have not hit a restriction yet, but all you do is you click new item, and then you can choose which of these do I like. You can see this is under modern. I can go to traditional. I can come over here to luxury. So it'll give me different looks and feels for what I want done. So I can say, okay, I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And if you want it to post to your social, just toggle those on. Is that pretty cool? And these ideally should be emailed to you as soon as you get a listing that matches the criteria for whichever rule you have created. And make sure once you've selected all those that you hit save. And you can see that's all in here. So now when I come back over to my dashboard, I can see, I don't know if I have to check to see if she got an email, but she got a listing and it's only a vacant lot, but it shows me everything that was created. So I can go and download it, do whatever. So it shows me everything that was done. So that's pretty cool. I did not see this in your dashboard. That's why I was not, I would love for someone to see if you've got a new listing lately, just because I didn't see that new kit ready.
I believe I had gotten one when I did the boost for my open house and that. So, and when
Okay, and I do see it. I did notice the email or the tweets that went out and on LinkedIn. It does show the link of them sharing my listing to this website was using the playbook link. So that was cool. That was automatically done, because then everything is labeled for this listing, which is huge. So it's not just like going to the website and grabbing the link. It's actually using that playbook. So I'm curious if I open playbook, if it shows anything. So it doesn't show that it's shared. So I was still learning lesson, all learning. All right, back over to marketing. And I think most agents are going to love this, is because when you go through the core social up on this top right, just like Design Center or listing automation, you want to be able to go ahead and set up your, what you want done, connect those social accounts, anything like that, you'll connect them. And then I can come over here and articles. So you can see I have it postings. You can choose up to 4 days. So I have it Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And I have it real estate. You can have whatever you want. You can just choose the articles that make sense for you, for them to be able to post. So you can see I just have a couple different things, that articles that I like. So I don't know if, has anybody ever used like real estate agent directory for social feeds or anything? It seems very similar to me.
So this will do posting for you on Facebook?
Yep,
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
show you that.
Heck yeah, sorry.
So, I know, right? It's like, what? Okay, I had no idea. I assumed, but before
I am on board
see
for
it-
that.
So I'm like, you guys are gonna love this. All right, so set up what content you want, what days of the week. You get 4, which is plenty. So now I'm gonna come over and holidays. So what holidays do I want it to post on my behalf for? And then again, you will have the posting permissions for your social media. So it's like I just go through and check all the ones. I don't need Canada or, Canada days, but because obviously we're REMAX, Canada and US. So you'll see even on the flyer designs, you'll see a Canadian ones, and you probably don't want those because you'll have a lot of extra U's and words, because they use a lot of U's. They like the letter U. So I would definitely, there's only a few, but I would recommend making sure that it doesn't have Canada. I think there's a US version, so always choose that. But you can choose that. So now I'm going to show you, I set this up last week. So I can see here, it is even color coded, which is nice. Obviously we haven't had any holidays, but I have 3 articles scheduled, and I already got my listing was already posted, but I'm going to click here. Here is the article that is pre-scheduled. This is supposed to go out tomorrow. So it shows me the article. I can come over here. I can see the article where it's going. So it's just kind of different teaser posts. Or if I don't like it, I can swap it out for something else. So I can just go to swap. It's going to give me all sorts of different designs. To me, it's all about the graphic.
Yeah.
All about that graphic. That's the visual. It's crazy. But those, I kind of like that. Okay, let me see. Do I care about lamps? I like that graphic though. But so I can say, cool, that's awesome. So now I can come over here. So that's tomorrow. So Saturday is this one. And I mean, it's definitely colorful.
Yeah, colorful.
Very colorful. Oh, this one, she's in Florida. This makes much more sense visually. So we're going to go ahead and swap that article. Save. Boom, done. How awesome is this? So that pretty cool stuff. So I can see everything that's going to be posted, and I can easily switch that out.
Coastal living room.
Yep, all about the coastal. So now I have all that. As things start populating, again, I just set this up, so I haven't even seen what it looks like on social yet. I guess I won't until tomorrow. I was really hoping I would have that done, but it also allows you to post to your personal. So if you do not have a business page, it does allow you to post to your personal. This one I had to set it up because I'll never get her to do it. So
Can we connect it to both our personal and business?
Yep.
So it posts to both?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but it would be like the same days. Like there's not a time on there. So it'll be interesting as we start getting stats. Typically, like with other ones that are similar to this, they're going to see the trend for your page, and it'll optimize for when it will start posting. So it's going to see now that it's connected to the pages, when is my optimum time to schedule these posts? Because there's not a time. I don't tell it what time. I just tell it what days. And you'll be able to see your daily engagement and view for all of these. So, but because this is so new, it's still, we're in beta mode, so we get to play. But definitely, I encourage everyone to go in here, set this up, play with the designs. Let me know any questions. I am still learning myself. I just set this up. but we are beta and they are looking for feedback before this goes out to everyone else. So that's the joys of being beta, is we get to be guinea pigs and play and learn. But obviously, to make this a smooth transition to everybody, they're looking for our feedback and what ways that we can improve, questions we may have during that setup and all of that good stuff. So definitely go play with all of that. That was a lot of good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is so quiet.
I got no shame in my game.
Empty room.
I got no shame in my game.
But that's some awesome stuff. So that is the smart campaigns, your marketing. I mean, that's a lot of stuff with the marketing. I think next week we're going to dive into Core Present, because I'm going to come up with a little fun challenge for you guys. We're going to set up your account, and then we're going to have a challenge for the next couple months as we come up with anything. So we went over smart campaigns. We went over your mass emails, because we'll have your holiday as well as your monthly newsletter. We went over behavior automation, and we have your core listing machine, core social, and design center we covered today. And I can't believe I was able to do it in 40 minutes.
So we have spare question time?
Absolutely. Ask away.
Okay, so going back to, is there a way, I know you mentioned about BombBomb with videos. Would there be a way that I could set up, like, when a new lead comes in, so whether it's one of my realtor.com leads that funnels in, or somebody that I put in, whatever, where that first initial like text or whatever that goes out to them, is there a way that I could do it where I have like a preliminary, like just a standard video that says, hey, you know, my name is Jessica, I see that you inquired on some properties, I just wanted to introduce myself, blah, blah, blah. Is there a way we could do that?
Yes, but you have to do that core video, and 100%, that is what I would be doing.
That it literally just popped in my mind when you mentioned about videos, and I'm like, huh.
I would never knock on someone's door. I will never cold call, but I will send a video to someone all day long. So for me, it would be worth me connecting the core video, because I would be cloning these smart campaigns, especially that new lead. So that's what you would be looking for, is when you're under your smart campaigns.
Yes.
I would be cloning that new lead one, and then probably deleting all this garbage stuff. It gives good ideas on different aspects. So what I have, like my agents do, is I would clone the new lead campaign, because that's the most aggressive, brand new. I don't know them. They don't know me. I want them to get that introduction video. I don't want all the garbage that they're going to do, but I want them. Thanks for visiting my website. If you have any question, or if you're relocating, I can help you find an agent where you're at, blah, blah, blah. If there's any information I can help you with, you know, I'm here to help. My information's below. Until then, feel free to browse my website and ask me any questions, blah, blah, blah. So, but then I would also want to add in like my lender, you know, and then I would probably have a little video like every 3rd to 5th email that goes out to them. I don't think we can add video to a text, because we can't.
That was my question. I was more wondering or hoping that maybe we could send it out via a text format, because most people are more apt to check that before email.
Because we can't even add an emoji to a text. So I doubt, but you could send a link to a video. So in that case, you wouldn't even need core video if you have BombBomb already. I
don't have any of that, so I'll have to get with you, I guess, on a separate occasion.
There's lots of different things.
You could,
even if, you know, you have Loom, you have just any video that you're going to do, you know, watch a video about me, or, you know, whatever, you'd be able to add to a text. If you're going to do that, I would 100% use the REMAX URL shortener, so that it doesn't look like a spam link. How many spam links do we get? Because it wouldn't be embedded. And I will put that on my notes, but if we can't even add emojis, I can't imagine we can embed a video and a text, unfortunately.
Okay.
Mark, you were starting to say something?
No, I was going to suggest that earlier, was just that you can record a video on YouTube or whatever, then make it, you know, whatever it is, like, so it's not out to the public, unregistered or whatever, and then just
Unlisted. Yep.
use a URL shortener, and then we'll send them a text and have an auto send a text like, hey, thank you for checking out my website. Here's a quick introduction video.
So I could probably get away with doing it on a text if I use like a URL.
Yeah,
a
but for
YouTube
sure, 100%, because I mean, I get texts all the day that seem legit and they all have links and I'll never click on it.
URL.
But if you use the REMAX URL shortener, you could put, you know, it would basically, you take the link from YouTube, put it in the REMAX URL shortener, and you can edit that and you can have it so it'll be rem.ax/about Jessica or meet Jessica. So
Yeah.
that way it doesn't, you know, it looks uniform, it's branded to REMAX, which is trustworthy more than just a REMAX, you know, just the URL shortener in itself on a text.
Yeah. And that's what I want. I don't want somebody to be like, oh, it's spam and just ignore me, but.
Right, so I would make that call to action text good, but maybe you could have, you know, about you and maybe a little bit about the area or something that's going to kind of intrigue someone to watch, to click on a link in a text in the day and age we're in right now with all this crap going on.
Right.
Is there, so under marketing and campaigns, obviously there's a, you were going under holiday campaigns. So go back to marketing.
Mhm.
Just that button. If you scroll down, there's a birthdays and anniversaries, and it's automated emails and text for those. What's the difference in that particular selection versus like your campaigns where you're doing a holiday one?
This is going to be anybody that, like, I don't have these turned on because she doesn't have anybody in there, but this actually is anybody in your sphere that you have a birthday or home anniversary inside of their profile. They could get a text or an email, and this one is either or. It'll be a text unless there's not a valid cell phone number, then they'll get the email, and that is just, you know, happy birthday, blah blah blah. But again, I want to say we went through editing because it was kind of like weird. The home anniversary one is super, like, I would never send that. You know, even this one, are you doing anything fun? We can go into the templates and edit, like clone, edit, and then change it here. So I think this one, birthday, if I can copy one. So this one is what I have, and then add template.
Okay.
I don't have them, but again, definitely just like we were in there, you can go through, and if you click on the birthdays and anniversaries, you're going to see if you have these toggled on. That means if there is a birthday or home anniversary in their profile, they will receive this automatically. So if you're not prepared or you haven't changed these yet, I would definitely toggle these off. And if you work off of your sphere, past clients, referrals, I would, you know, definitely make a checklist when you're in your smart CRM for no birthday. So that way you can go to past clients in your sphere that don't have a birthday, and it gives you a checklist of everybody you need to go in. And that's where I tell, like, if anybody has kids, to go in there and add that information to that person for them to be able to start getting those.
And then that leads me to the next thing. So if I wanted to send just, if you go back to like the smart campaigns, we're going to create one where you were originally. Today you did you were just going to send out a campaign. So I think it was smart campaigns. You can click on that. If I wanted to send something out to everybody, like say I wanted to contact my sphere and wish them all happy Father's Day, but via text. Can you just show us how they would do that?
Yeah, so here, what you want to do is you would go under templates. And here's where I just set them all up for email.
Right.
But here is a text template. So then you would name the template, like Father's Day, and then you would want to put Father's Day. I think that, and then whatever you would want to just, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then you can add that template. So it's like, first, you can either send mass email, or if you're trying to add a template, like the emails or anything, that's where we have to go into the Smart Campaign to add templates. So here, that would be like to add a template. Then I come back over to marketing and let's see how that would work. Because this is send mass emails. These are not text though.
So I think, so if you go back to that campaign, I thought what I saw is you go to smart, or back to all marketing,
Right?
back to smart campaigns. Now, when you went to, yeah, see if it pulls it that way.
Oh, wait. Templates.
For templates, there's text messaging as a template there.
Right.
You just created one, right? No.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So it should be under my campaigns. You should be able to find it now. The text
How
one.
do we send? Oh, so that would, gosh, that would be hard, I guess. Because how do you send a mass text to everybody? Oh, there we go. Mass text.
Yeah.
Oh, look, video message.
Yeah, that's if you have the core video.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be email. Oh, send it a text.
Yep.
There
Well,
you
I
go.
just clicked on the video one, so that's where it wants us to do that. Because you can send 10 individual videos per month, but they have to be individual.
Mm.
And for most people, that's way more than they'll ever use.
Yeah, but I think the video message, if you were to buy the premium bomb and then want to do a video message saying wishing everyone a happy Father's Day and did a mass text video to them, that would be.
To me, I think a video is 1,000 times better than an email or a text.
I agree.
Because it allows somebody to see you, who you actually are, and it's almost like
They get to see you, hear your voice.
it's that know, like, and trust. I mean, all day long trumps any text or words from anybody. It's like that visual to get to know you, your family, or anything like that. It's just crazy. I mean, it's 1,000 times better. To me, it would 1,000% be worth it.
Me too.
Any other questions?
I have a
Oh,
question.
so that was the mass holiday text
Yes.
versus the emails. Okay.
Good.
I guess we just figured that one out. Little different.
What Jill's saying.
What was it?
I said, I have a question. Do I need to get closer? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can repeat it. So what's the question?
So I was playing around with this and I may have missed it, but if I'm just sending an individual an email through, clicking on their name and going in, it pulls up. I didn't see where I could actually attach something like a Word document. Is that a capability or no?
Let's see. So it doesn't have like upload. It allows me to. So here's where I could do links like a regular, or you can go to your advanced editor and that brings in where you have that drag and drop. But yeah, like a Word document. No, it's a little different than. Because this is just more of like that email that we had. I mean, there's ways to do it, but they're not going to know it. Because this, I mean, it's definitely way more troublesome than just sending someone an email from your actual email. Because I can drag and drop PDFs or whatever in here and get the link and add a button, but that's like ridiculous. No one's going to do that. So
Heather, I think I just need a full month of training with
What do
you.
you want to do?
This person was just kind of blindly text or sent a message to me with a question. And so I said, well, here's my marketing document that kind of tells what I do for sellers and buyers. But I went to my own email because I played around with this and I'm like, obviously I can't send it. So
Yeah.
my own email, and I had been on a kvCORE, I don't know what it was called, an analytics or something the other day, and he showed where you can actually pick up code or something that you can put into your personal email, so it counts in kvCORE. So that's what I did.
Right.
But it just was kind of, to me, a roundabout way to do it.
Yeah, So like Heather said, it might be easier if it's something like that, just contact directly through your email. But then, like you said, you can throw in the code so that it shows up in your kvCORE and you have analytics whether they're opening or not.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't only, you're gonna leverage kvCORE as a tool, but you wouldn't only use it as the only way to communicate. Like you wouldn't only ever text or email or call through just kvCORE. But I think if you have like a plan like that too, and you share it with the public anyways, you could always put it on our website and then just say, here's my website, here's a link directly to the page that has this information. Or if you have a video or something like that, that's what I think you could do.
That's probably what I would do, is to have some, like, I like to use my website as a hub of information. So it could even be an unlisted page on your website, because then I could link it, and it, you know, it's all about driving traffic back to your website and providing as much information to the consumer that you can, which keeps them on your site longer. So I like to add any kind of stuff like that right on my website. And then you don't need to upload any documents, because you just direct them straight to your website. But yeah, I think the emails, like sending emails and stuff from here, is very, very basic.
I love sending text messages right through the app and everything. And I've because it started off, like you said, with that automation, the smart campaigns. I've had a couple people now who, when I put them in there, they were, went on to that smart campaign, and they did end up responding. And then I'm able to literally just text back and forth with them right through the app. And you can do the same thing through realtor.com, but it is way easier through kvCORE.
Well, it's just nice when everything is just kind of in here to jog your memory. And right now, there's not like a ton of the new leads in our system because it's still so new. But just from experience managing this system, for over 5 years, as organized as you can be from day one is just going to really be a huge time saver, in 6 months to a year. That's when you'll be like, thank God I listened to Heather.
My only thing that I'm still that I have, I guess, a slight concern with, as far as like with that automation with the texting and stuff, is when they go to try to call, because right now they're getting that phone, they're communicating with me through those text messages through kvCORE. But what happens if they try to call that number?
It's going to be routed to you because they're in the system and it's tied to you. So
I'm
like
more concerned about like people being like, well, that's not, or when I hand them my card and they'll be like, well, wait, this is a different phone number.
And think about it when, and you're young, but back in the day, like everyone had office numbers, pagers, or cell phone numbers they would not give out to the public. So you just basically say it's your work number. Here's my personal number. You can.
Well, that's what I've been doing with like realtor.com, because like I'll explain to people like, that's my assigned realtor.com number. This one is my direct cell phone. You know what I mean? So like I already kind of do that. I was just more curious as far as like, hey, if they actually did go to say, hey, you know what, I'm just going to call this person, and they tried clicking on that number, would it actually route to?
It'll route to you, especially you're going back and forth in the text. That number is is linked to you personally. So if they call it, just like when they're texting, it's like, oh, this,
So should we put our smart number on like our business card? No, okay.
Absolutely not. Because if a person not in your system calls that number, it's going to round robin to an agent.
To whoever owns that number.
Right. And if it's not, then it's just going to round robin to the next agent on rotation, unless you purchase your own smart number. You can do the tax codes and all of that, because those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I missed that.
But that's pretty cool, because that, again, nobody, and that's all like per office location. Every office location has its own smart number, and nobody else in this particular office can do home value as a text code. So home value is immediately assigned to this agent. I can use it on banners, postcards, anything I want. It's going to say, oh, home value is attached to Chrissy, not to any other agents. So she'll always get those leads, and it's just a text that goes out, that goes to the sell page on her website. So you can do all sorts of text codes. And just, again, it's, yes, you're putting that smart number out on something, but it's your call to action is text this to this. And I feel the public, just from, you know, all the reality shows, American Idol, whatever, like, obviously we know to text, we're not calling that number to vote for number 2. We're
Right.
texting because that's just what we know to do. We know it's not an, I don't know, maybe, I mean, you're in Florida, there's a lot of seniors, they don't know any better, but, you know, just like the QR
I
code.
got people that don't even know what an email is or how to work an email.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just remember when QR codes first came out, when you needed like a separate app to be able to do them, and you know, people would be like, "There's
Now you go
something
to
wrong with
restaurants
your
and you just scan
printer."
the code and pull up the menu, and you know,
Yeah, now luckily, you know, just in general, restaurants have taught everybody what a QR code is, and there's not a separate app. But again, the smart numbers are just that, they're a smart number. If somebody is calling and that number, that cell phone number is tied to an agent in the system, it's automatically routed to them. If it is not, it's going to go to round robin to, you know, the next agent on that rotation. But you can certainly set up lead, you know, all these text codes, and these can be crazy and awesome at the same time. You know, here we have like giveaway. If we want to do a monthly giveaway, text this to this, go on there, sign up for my monthly newsletter, text newsletter to this. And now they're going to be tagged with that newsletter and start getting that. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do and track it all too.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video on all of that because I missed that class.
It's pretty cool. Cool.
It's a lot of moving parts.
There is, and it's just a matter of finding the parts that complement your current business, can help you work smarter, not harder.
And that's what I'm trying to do, because I don't have any of this that I've normally done. I'm trying to branch and expand into more things that I can do to progress myself.
And whatever works for your business. I will say you will never use every single tool.
Is that a challenge?
I should say you won't use every tool well, unless you do it, you know, you break it down into baby steps. So
Yes.
what I tell an agent is every month, add in one thing you want to master every month, so that you're really, okay, I'm honing in to the text codes or the lead engine. I'm honing in to my smart campaigns and And that's my focus for the entire month. Because if you're really allotting time, you know, 30 minutes a week on just the lead engine, or just, you know, your marketing or the smart campaign, you're, you know, it's like you're able to use that as building blocks. But if you try to go in and touch every little thing, you're not going to master anything at all, and you'll get overwhelmed, and then you'll just stop altogether.
Yeah.
So it's just what's, you know, organize it and prioritize what's important to you. Allot 30 minutes a week to really hone in on that every month. That would be my advice, to really learn everything that there is without overwhelming yourself.
I think my primary is I want to work on getting that video for new leads set up. So
Yeah, those are great.
what would you say would be more enticing to people, or more, I guess, do you think a video like kind of being outside somewhere or whatever would be better? Or do you think like sitting here where I am in my desk with, you know, like my awards behind me, like what do you think would grab people better?
I would change it up. Maybe your intro is where you are. Maybe, you know, that third email that goes out is in your area because it's beautiful somewhere by the beach. And maybe then you're talking about relocation, certain neighborhoods or area, if they have any specific questions or are looking for anything specific. I mean, I would change it up because you are in a beautiful area, and I'm always more like we're selling a lifestyle, not just a house.
Mhm.
So, I mean, doesn't have to always be. I mean, I have all my background, so to me, that's where everything's at. And if I'm outside, I'm probably in the mountains or by a Jeep, because that's just who I am. But be you, for sure. But I think the office for an intro is probably a good thing with like awards and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I
I'm
like,
thinking for like that first initial video, I'm thinking just like a little bit more professional, where I'm sitting in my office, you know, hey, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
and play with it. And even if you start with just having the video, putting it up on YouTube, unlisted, grabbing that link, go to the REMAX URL shortener and, putting that in that welcome text or whatnot, unless you are like ready to go into the core video and stuff like that. But
I don't even have a YouTube or anything set up, so I guess I'm gonna have to.
do you have Gmail?
I have Gmail.
Then you have a YouTube. You just gotta activate it and go to YouTube and log in with your Gmail. Bam, you have YouTube. And
I know I'm young, but trust me, I am not like that tech savvy. So this is all new to me. I still have to set up an Instagram page.
Okay. Yeah,
For
my
business.
dogs and my Jeep have their own accounts. I think they may even have more followers than I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get
That's
some stuff
crazy.
set up.
All right. Well, obviously, Heather, whenever we have more specific questions to our business, you'll be available through Zoom or setting appointments and meetings. And
Absolutely.
a lot to unpack here. So I really do appreciate your time into this element of it. I know there's a lot to play with here. So I see you're showing the Agent Hub and how they can access you and get a hold of
Just to know, this recording, all of the other recordings, they will be here. And then I have a ton of other stuff, all these other goodies. And of course, when you go over to the hub, we have the Zoom with me. So, and I'm starting a new series, and all of that will be on your hub as well under the MAXTech. Is I'm going to go live because there's so many people that need help and, whatever. So I'm doing like an Ask Me Anything series the first Thursday every month in the Tech and Tools group, but you guys will have access. It'll all be, any of those recordings all live right here on your hub, where it doesn't for anybody else. But feel free to join in on those. I believe I may have them on the events, or I just kind of changed everything up. So, yep, there we go. So, oh, and guess what? Guess what August 3rd is, Jessica?
What?
Lead engine tools, text code, squeeze code, and landing pages.
Yay!
So you can join live.
So now we get to rewind.
What's that?
Save it and add it to your calendar right there.
Yep.
Just a reminder for those in the room and online, today we have this Friday a beach party festivity gathering starting at 2:30 at the England Gardens Beach Club. All you guys can come, it's family friendly. Drinks and food will be provided, just a good time to network and hang out and enjoy the weather. If you stay late enough, there'll be a sunset and there's a nice downtown area there, a couple of restaurants and bars. So that's my plug for that. Heather, once again, thank you for your time. And I'm sure people will have a lot of questions about everything we went over today.
Well, they know how to find me. And then next week is all about Core Present. And I'm going to try to think of some fun competition that we're going to do for you guys.
All right. Love it.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
guys next week.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.